Okay, so here we have lesson 102, which is about mass and weight. We say that the amount of matter in an object is its mass. Okay, and in the metric system, we measure mass of objects in milligrams, grams, and kilograms. 1 milligram is like so tiny, it's like a grain of salt. Very, very tiny, tiny mass measure. 1 gram is the weight or the mass of a paper clip, so still very small. And then a kilogram is about as heavy as your math book, or have as much matter in it as your math book. So there are 1,000 milligrams in a gram. So I mean, if a gram is just like a paper clip, a milligram is like so tiny. It's like a grain of salt. So there are 1,000 milligrams in a gram and 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Sometimes we use the words weight and mass interchangeably, but they don't really mean exactly the same thing. All right? So, I mean, for the purposes of this, we are going to be using them interchangeably, but they really do mean two different things because depending on where you are, your weight can change. Say if you're on the moon, of course, you are lighter. The weight of something has to do with gravity and how much gravity pulls on you, pushes you, down, pulls you down. So if you're on the moon, your weight's going to be less than if you're on Earth because the gravity is different. But your mass is never going to change. Your mass is talking about how much stuff is in you, how much matter makes up what you are. All right. But anyway, in this, so your mass never changes. That's, just important to know the difference between those two words. But right now, we're really going to just be using them interchangeably because we're not really going to go to the moon at this point. So we're just going to talk about on Earth. So no matter where they are, okay, skipping, but its weight can change, yeah. All right, so in the U.S. customary system, we measure the weight of objects in ounces, OZ, pounds, LB, or tons, TN. On Earth, an object with a mass of 1 kilogram weighs about 2.2 pounds. All right, so that's kind of the relationship between kilograms and pounds. Kilogram is more than pounds. It takes 2.2 pounds to make 1 kilogram. All right, so ounces, pounds, and tons. And an ounce is about as heavy as an envelope and a letter. A pound is like a loaf of bread, maybe that much weight. And a ton is like a small car. There are 16 ounces in a pound, and 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. So we're going to just go over some examples, read some questions here. All right, so 2 kilograms is about how many grams? All right, well, there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So if we have 2 kilograms, that's 2 times 1,000 grams. And so that's 2,000 grams. So every kilogram has 1,000 grams. All right, if we wanted to add some pounds and ounces, we need to make sure that we know how many ounces are in a pound. Okay, so remember there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. So if I want to add 7 pounds 12 ounces plus 2 pounds 6 ounces, I can add my ounces and add my pounds. So 12 and 6 is 18 ounces, and then 7 plus 2 is 9 pounds. But I don't want to leave my answer like this because this 18 ounces is more than a pound, so I just want to go ahead and reduce this kind of. All right, so 18 ounces, 16 ounces is a pound. So 18 minus 16 is going to be 2. All right, so I can take 16 of these ounces and just call it another pound. So I would write this as 10 pounds and 2 ounces. I want to reduce it, make sure that if I have more than a pound here in the ounce column, I want to exchange 16 of those for a pound. So that's what I did. I just exchanged 16 of those to add another pound over here, and that left 2 ounces left right there. All right, if I want to subtract pounds and ounces, In this problem, I want to take 9 pounds, 10 ounces, and subtract 7 pounds, 12 ounces. I can't take 12 ounces away from 10 ounces, so I'm going to have to borrow. And when I borrow, I have to remember that there are 16 ounces in a pound. So if I borrow a pound over here and drop that down to 8 pounds, I need to add 16 ounces to this. There's 16 ounces, not 10, 16. So 10 there plus another 16 is going to be 26 ounces. So 26 minus 12 is going to be 14. And so that'll be my ounces. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So 1 pound, 14 ounces. All right. Half a kilogram is how many grams? Question mark. All right. Half a kilogram. All right. Remember, a kilogram is 1,000 grams. So 1,000 divided by 2. So half means divided by 2. So that's 500 grams. The mass of a liter of water is 1 kilogram. So the mass of 2 liters of water is about how many grams? All right, so the mass of a liter is about 1 kilogram. So 2 liters is going to be 2 kilograms. And we know that they're asking how many grams is that. There are 1,000 grams in every kilogram, so 2 times 1,000 is 2,000 grams. So that's the end of those notes, and you need to fill all that in, and hopefully all that made sense.